Skywars used to be one of the most popular game modes on the Hypixel network, averaging around 10,000 players in 2016, and now it's struggling to even get 2,000 on a good day. That's an almost 80% decline in player base, which begs the question, what happened? Well, the other day, I went to my Discord server, which you should join by the way, looking for an answer to this very question, and I'm going to be covering a few of those responses in this video. Be sure to drop a like as well as subscribe, and without further ado, let's investigate the death of Hypixel Skywars. In my opinion, the game's dead because no one's creating content on it. Can't remember the last time I've seen a Skywars video on my recommended. Content creators play a huge part in the popularity of a game, especially on Hypixel. I feel like part of the reason Skywars blew up in the first place is because back in the day, big creators like Preston Plays, Unspeakable, or Acidic Blitz all used to make videos on Skywars, and by doing crazy challenges or just being really good, they made the game look fun to their audience, to which a lot of them probably became active Skywars players, hoping to get the same enjoyment out of the game as their favorite YouTuber did. However, as of late, there really aren't that many YouTubers making Skywars content anymore, and the ones that are typically don't have a lot of people watching them. And the reason why is there's nothing new and entertaining to make content on. A lot of new viewers may not know this, but I myself used to be a Skywars channel back in the day, and after a while, I ended up quitting and switching to Bed Wars for the exact reason I just mentioned. I mean, when the game itself barely gets any updates, and it seems as though every challenge video in the book has already been done like 4 years ago, what kind of videos are there left to make? Skywars commentaries for the rest of eternity?
Hey guys, welcome back to Skywars episode 63.
Surely that can't be a viable option. Skywars is dying because it hasn't seen any major updates in a very long time. Almost nothing new has been added in years, apart from new maps. Probably the biggest reason behind Skywars' decline in player base is the lack of updates and new content coming to the game. Everyone can agree that Skywars is super stale. I mean, we've only gotten 2 major updates in the last 3 years. And while those updates did provide a decent amount of new content to the game, almost all of that content was just stuff to give veteran players a reason to keep grinding the game, and nothing that would affect the casual player. Take a look at the last big update that Skywars received, the Angel's Descent update. Angel's Descent introduced a new progression system that included a bunch of new cosmetics, buffs, and perks. However, the way you're able to unlock these new things is by purchasing them with opals, which as a new player take a ridiculously long time to get. What we really need is a Skywars update that rewards the new player. YouTuber Soulike had an amazing suggestion on his Skywars revamp forum thread. The idea is to remove the insanely high cost of the Juggernaut and the Bulldozer perk and automatically give them to every player. Another great suggestion he had was to make a default kit to give new players a fighting chance before they're able to buy any kits. A couple slight changes like that would do so well for the game in my opinion. And these are just a few ideas that Soulike had. I'll leave the full forum thread in the description. Skywars is dying because of the same reason Fortnite is. Too many sweaty players. I just can't play anymore without breaking a sweat, and nobody has any chill. There's no fair fights anymore, just the kill. It's no fun. As previously mentioned, there are not a lot of brand new players coming to Skywars anymore, and the ones that are get queued up with other bad players thanks to Hypixel's skill-based matchmaking system. Now I understand Hypixel's reasoning behind the matchmaking. It totally makes sense to give first-time players a better experience, so that way they'll want to hop on the server again. But when you take away all of the bad Skywars players and leave only the good Skywars players, what does that get you? Well, exactly what that user said. Constant, intense, sweaty gameplay that brings almost no enjoyment whatsoever. And it doesn't help either that the game is very RNG based. Everybody knows that the winner of every Skywars game is almost always the guy who gets the best mid loot. Even Technoblade agrees with this in an old Skywars guide from 2016.
I tell you, the game is usually decided in the first, 25 seconds of the game. Just get to mid as fast as you can. Goodbye. See? You get to mid, and then you get ender pearls, and then you're unstoppable.
A suggestion to fix this would to maybe give kits a rework so that way people aren't always dependent on mid loot. I really don't know. I feel like if an issue this big has been around for this long, then I really don't think the admins have intentions of fixing it anytime soon. Overall, I think the reason for Skywars' massive decline is a mix of everything my Discord server had mentioned, or as I like to call it, the loop of Skywars sadness.
That's such a stupid name.
You see, the sweaty player base and the lack of updates deterred YouTubers from making Skywars videos, which causes less new people to join, leaving only the good and sweaty players. The admins may be able to make an update that temporarily revives the game, but I really don't think that Skywars will ever return to its former glory. For now, we'll just have to sit here and watch as the overall player count grows less and less each day.